done. You were just perfect. But next time, please, don't start your sermon with fellow goyim. I think you can see the caliber of joke we're working with here. Medical experts from London have published a paper that concludes that Seder participants should not eat both chopped liver and cirrhosis. Their research shows that if they do, it can lead to cirrhosis of the liver. Moishe walks into a post office to send a package to his wife. The postmaster says, "This package is too heavy, you'll need another stamp." Moishe replies, "And that should make it lighter?" Oh God, my head is starting to hurt. Howard, a young gay man, telephones his mother. "Mom, I've decided to go back into the closet. I've met a wonderful girl and we are going to be married. What do you think of this news? You'll be happier now. I know that my gay lifestyle has been very disturbing to you." She responds, "I'm very glad, Howard. I suppose it would be too much to hope that she's a Jewish girl?" Howard replies, "Not only is she Jewish, Mom, but she comes from a wealthy Beverly Hills family." "So what's her name?" the mother asks. "Monica Lewinsky," replies Howard. There's a pause, then his mother asks, "What happened to that nice black boy you were dating last year?" Yeah, and if that wasn't bad enough, it keeps going. A rabbi took a job at a Duracell factory. His job is to stand on the production line and as the batteries go by say, "I wish you long life." Oh, Christ. Okay, we gotta soldier on. Sadie tells Morris, "You're a schmuck. You always were a schmuck and you always will be a schmuck. You look, act and dress like a schmuck. You'll be a schmuck until the day you die." Sadie continues, "And if they ran a worldwide competition for schmucks, you would be the world's second biggest schmuck." Blah, too many fucking schmucks in that. "Why only second place?" Morris asks. "Because you're a schmuck," Sadie screams. Yeah. A rabbi and a minister decided to buy a new car together. The day after they bought it, the rabbi found the minister driving it. The minister explained that he had just gone to the car wash because, in his religion, it is customary to welcome a new member with the rite of baptism. The next day, the minister discovered the rabbi cutting the end off the tailpipe. Just, so wrong. Moshe's mother, Hetty, once gave him 2 sweaters for Hanukkah. The next time Moshe visited his mother, he made sure he was wearing one of them. As he entered her house, instead of the expected smile, Hetty said, "What's the matter, Moshe? Didn't you like the other one?" Ben Levy was in a hospital ward with 2 non-Jews. On his first morning, Ben puts his tefillin around his arm, but the non-Jews can't figure out what he is doing. Finally, one says to the other, "Look how smart those Jews are. He's taking his own blood pressure." I don't think that would be funny even if I knew what a tefillin was. Sally took his King Charles Spaniel dog to the vet. "Dr. Cohen," he said sadly, "I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to cut off my dog's tail." Dr. Cohen stepped back in shock. "Solly, why should I do such a terrible thing?" "Oy vey, my mother-in-law's arriving tomorrow, and I don't want anything to make her think she's welcome." Cruel, cruel joke. Moshe was talking to a psychiatrist. Weird dream, some other. So we're back to that. That is the end of the jokes, and thank God for that. Let's get out of here. And before we do anything else, we're going to save. Just to be sure that nothing bad is going to happen now. Because something really bad could happen at any point. And was there anything new up here? Joe's meeting. Is Joe Jewish? No, nothing else. Oh yeah, I better show off this. This is Rabbi Zelig's business card. So there we go. And now there's only one place left to go. Over here to Paddy O'Hare's. Those stairs led down into Paddy O'Hare's. A seedy den if ever there was one. That led back down to the subway platform. Technically, since it was Shabbos, I wasn't supposed to use the subway or any mechanical device. But I think God would understand. Sure he would, Rabbi. Nice fun little place down here, isn't it? Some dude. Okay, we got some posters over here. Some posters advertising the latest rock craze adorned the wall. They were fine where they were. These are the same, and these photos. Some old faded photographs were tacked to the wall. I couldn't reach them. I didn't want to in any case. A large selection of wines and spirits lay on the shelves. I didn't come here to drink. From the look of the wall, the dartboard was unnecessary. Too many holes in the wall. The gentleman in the black shirt gave me a look that could kill. Darts was never my game anyway. The jukebox sported a large sign that read, "Out of order." The jukebox was broken. He seemed to be concentrating on his dart game.
Excuse me.
The man ignored me. This was getting old. The woman seemed to be having an animated conversation with someone who wasn't there. Welcome to New York. Well, red hair. Can't really tell, but there might be glasses. Could be Rosangela Blackwell.
Excuse me. Hello?
She ignored me. She seemed to be staring into space at something that wasn't there. In another place, another time, I might have stopped to help her. But people like her are a dime a dozen in this city. She must be inside her own brain with a ghost. The bartender surveyed his domain with the expression of one hoping something better will come along.
Excuse me.
The bartender glared at me with vague disinterest.
I'm looking for information on Ethan Goldberg. He was killed outside of this bar.
The bartender shrugged.
Do you know anything about it?
He gave me a glare that told me everything I needed to know about asking more questions. But I'll ask anyway.
Do you know a Mr. Jack Lauder?
The bartender rolled his eyes and began eyeing the other customers. It seemed that he wasn't a very talkative fellow.
I'm looking for information on Joe DeMarco.
He narrowed his eyes and glared daggers at me. I wasn't going to get any information out of him. But there was a flicker of recognition in his eyes. And the man stood at the bar, his dull eyes staring at everything and nothing.
Evening.
Yeah?
We'll make small talk.
Nice night.
Whatever.
And ask who he is.
So what's your name?
Look, could you leave me alone?
It looked like this was the type of place where people didn't want to be bothered.
Do you know a Joe DeMarco?
Sure I do. That's my name.
Really?
Yeah. What of it?
You're a hard guy to track down.
Well, yippee. You found me. What do you want?
Dun dun dun. We'll ask about Ethan.
What's your beef with Ethan Goldberg?
Never heard of him.
Your name appears in connection with his.
There's lots of Ethan Goldbergs. Lots of Joe DeMarcos. Both are common names. You got nothing. So leave me alone.
Ethan was killed just outside of this bar.
Coincidence. You still got nothing.
Wow. Yeah, the audio for him is just terrible.
Are you Jewish, Mr. DeMarco?
Huh? No. What the hell is Jewish?
His ignorance was either fake or genuine. Either way, I had my answer.
Never mind. What's your connection with Jack Lauder?
Don't know him.
Sure you do. He wrote you a number of checks.
Whoever he wrote them to. It wasn't me.
Your name is on the checks.
then it's some other Joe DeMarco. Get out of here.
Do you know Rabbi Zelig?
What's a rabbi?
Was he being serious? His true intentions were hidden behind those dull, glassy eyes. A ruse or plain ignorance? It was impossible to tell.
His full name is Amos Zelig.
Nope. Sorry.
Well, let's start poking holes.
Your name comes up yet again, Mr. DeMarco. This time in several emails addressed to Rabbi Zelig.
So?
So what's the deal?
It wasn't me. It was another Joe.
Can it? Sing another tune, because I'm sick of the old one. It's enough evidence to book you if I choose to go to the police. So are you gonna tell me what's going on?
Joe DeMarco gave me the once-over. His dull, pale eyes explored my face. He knitted his eyebrows as if doing some internal calculations, and then finally nodded.
Fine. You want to talk? Let's talk. But not here. Follow me.
Dun dun dun. Let's follow his ass.
Come on, Rabbi. We'll have more privacy down here.
Ooh, this is bad. I don't trust that guy. He is a killer after all. Killed at least 2 people we know of. There was no engine on that train. It was just a couple of carriages. What's the deal with that?
You pissed off the wrong people, Rabbi. Rabbi. I had no problem with you. But now, I gotta kill you.
I see. You're an assassin.
I had a feeling you were smart. Your people are in this very, very deep.
My people? You mean the Jews?
A very cozy operation.
He looks really fucking insane. I don't know what way to do this, so I'm just gonna be rabbinical.
What sort of operation was this?
Don't think I'll be doing that. Professional courtesy. Say goodbye.
You think I'll go so easily?
Don't make me laugh, old man.
You'll pay for their debts. Do you really think you'll get away with this? You're a despicable human being. I'm pissed.
You'll pay for their deaths.
Wrong!
The knife jetted toward my face, and I swerved desperately to avoid it. I felt it prick my ear.
I've already been paid.
That money is tainted with immense suffering. How can you live with yourself? You don't really want to do this.
That money is tainted with immense suffering.
The sharp steel dive-bombed toward me like Judgment Day. Instinctively I flinched. I could hear it tear the fabric of my shirt.
Money's money, no matter where it comes from.
How can you live with yourself?
I've been doing this since I was 12 years old. You get used to it.
Ooh. Yeah.
How does a 12-year-old commit murder?
Same as anyone. Someone asked me to, so I did.
I'm not gonna call for police.
Do you do everything people ask you to?
If the price is right.
Oh, I could try that.
What happened to you? Why are you so angry?
Stop asking me these stupid questions! I am what I am, alright?
No. I'm just gonna sock it to him.
You're murdering scum is what you are.
The hot blade swiped across my arm, turning the fabric red. It wasn't a deep cut, but I couldn't afford to receive any others.
Well, what do you know? You're right!
Okay, so I think every time he cuts me, he's going to do something worse until eventually I run out of chances and I lose. So I think I need to just pick the right choice each time.
Why are you being so defensive?
I am not being defensive!
Are you hiding from something?
What? No! What the hell are you talking about?
I think you're just a scared little boy inside.
With a snarl, the knife leapt towards me. I felt a sharp, white-hot pain flare on my calf. When I looked down, I could see my pant leg was turning a deep crimson.
You don't know anything about me.
Are you hiding behind that knife?
Well, no!
Care to prove it?
What?
Go on. You don't need the knife? Prove it. Or are you nothing but a nebbish?
You son of a bitch. I don't need a knife to take your sorry ass. Heh. Old man, you're funny. You think your God's going to help you out of this?
Perhaps. Perhaps not. But my 4 years on the B'nai B'rith Yeshiva High School boxing team will even the odds.
What the hell, man?
Perhaps you didn't hear me the first time. Now, do I have your attention?
Let me go, man.
Choke
You
his
have
ass,
two
Rabbi.
choices. You can answer my questions, or I throw you onto the tracks.
What? You're crazy.
Am I? Train's coming. Make your choice.
Fine.
Who sent you? Answer!
Zelig.
Zelig?
He's hooked in deep with the mafioso. Did you know that? He'd find struggling businessmen like your friends Jack and Ethan, and then hook them up with investors.
Investors?
Mafia investors.
He got them involved with the mob?
Yes. He got them in debt so deep they needed a tractor to pull them out. When they refused to pay, I was called in to take care of them.
So you killed Jack Lauder and Ethan Goldberg?
Yes.
I see. Well, one question remains. What should I do with you?
Just let me go.
Well,
I don't really want to show mercy to him, but I'm a rabbi. I can't go killing people. And again, random carriages with no train. No actual feckin' engine to the train. The train clattered off into the flickering distance, and Joe DeMarco remained unconscious, but alive.
perhaps you still have some purpose to fill. I've done all I can. I've shown mercy. The rest is up to God.
Why don't you call the police? Tell them he's there. Get them involved while he's there and unconscious. A cold, sullen quiet radiated from the wooden panels of the door. Call it intuition. Call it boldness. Call it plain old curiosity. I somehow knew that the door would be unlocked.
Hello? Mrs. Lauder? Rodshri? Hello? Oh no.
The interior of the apartment was a mess. Chairs were overturned, glasses were broken, and the telltale signs of a struggle were evident. This wasn't over yet. Not by a long shot. Okay, I'll just save, and we'll look at the windows. The surrounding area blocked the view of the landscape, although through a small gap I could see a small section of the Hudson River. There was no way to open the window. Some tasteful prints graced the wall. I wasn't going to steal from Mrs. Lauder. Okay, seems that nothing happens when I go back there. So that's fine. Some tasteful prints. Not gonna steal. More photos. And really the only other thing is the sheet. A decorative sheet hung over the mirror in an attempt at observing the Shivah rituals. By tradition the sheet was supposed to be black, but I had a grudging admiration for the attempt.
A note?
Shalom, Rabbi Stone. Evidently my associate proved unable to complete his task, as he did not contact me at the usual time. I believe we have business to discuss. Do stop on by. An address on the Upper East Side followed.
Zelig.
I could have walked away. I was getting Jack's money. I had solved the mystery. My conscience was clear. Yet the angry cries of a dead man screamed in my soul.
Jack, I'm sorry, Jack. As a man, I wished you all the happiness in the world. But as a rabbi, as a religious leader out of duty, I could not accept it. Can you understand? Jack! Jack! Forgive me, Jack. I'm sorry I cast you out. I'm sorry my actions sent you down this path. Get a hold of yourself, Stone. This isn't your doing.
All men have reasons for doing what they do. Some reasons are good, while others are definitely evil. But most lie somewhere in between. For once, my reasons were crystal clear.
Zelig.
I'ma go kick his ass.
Enter. Rabbi Stone, how good of you to come.
You didn't leave me much choice, Rabbi Zelig.
That's not entirely fair. You could have walked away.
I made a commitment.
And you're so good at those, aren't you?
Tell me what you want.
I only want this, Stone. You're going to walk over to the balcony. Take a nice long look at the view. Enjoy it. It costs a bundle. Then, when you've thought carefully about what brought you here, you're going to jump over the edge.
That'll be rabbinical.
And why would I do this?
How about to save her life?
That's probably a good reason.
And if I refuse?
I shoot her, then you, and throw you both off the balcony. I'd prefer to avoid complications, but it's the same to me either way.
You think you'll get away with this?
You have no idea what you're messing with, Stone. This goes way beyond you or me.
I don't claim to see what lies beyond. All I see is a man charged with leading his people, but instead leads them to their deaths.
It's not that simple, Stone. It never is. Pull your head out of the clouds and take a look around. This is how the world works. So, are you going to jump? Or is this going to get messy?
It's gonna get messy. I'm pretty sure grabbing his gun will kill me, so I'll agree.
All right. You win, Zelig. You hold all the cards.
Good boy. He can be taught.
Maybe
Start
I'll get
walking.
a chance in a moment to do something.
Now, open the door, Stone. Wait. There's one more thing.
He moved the gun off of me and pointed it straight at Rashri Lauder.
Why do you want to do this, Rabbi Zelig?
Zelig! You! You son of a...
DeMarco, you idiot! It's not enough you bungle your assignment. You show up here? Did anyone follow you?
I want my money!
You want what you deserve? Fine. What? Are you going to say he didn't deserve it?
I took a quick glance at Rashri. I couldn't help but think that a close call had been made.
He certainly served his purpose.
Now, move. All this bloodshed sickens me.
I'm gonna stall him.
Can it, Stone? You're on the edge. Now die with dignity and jump.
I'm gonna keep trying to stall him.
Nothing you can possibly say will change things, Stone.
Can I stall him again? I think it's risky.
Nothing you can...
Okay. I'll climb over the edge.
Well, what are you waiting for? Nothing you can...
Well, let's admire the view.
Just admiring the view.
Yes, it is nice, isn't it?
Ooh, what to do, what to do. Let's climb back.
Having a change of heart? Well, make up your mind.
I don't really want to try grabbing his gun. And I don't want to fucking jump over the... It's a tough one. Let's...
Well, what are you waiting for?
Maybe if I grab his gun from this side. The gun was too far away from where I was sitting.
Having a... Well,
Grab his gun. The bullet caught me in the left arm. The pain flared like a supernova.
Your bravado is irritating. Now, jump! Nothing you can possibly...
I'm sure if I go to grab his gun again, he'll just kill me. Let's see what happens
What are you waiting for?
when I jump. They say a man's life passes before his eyes at times like these, but all I could see were the high-rises of Manhattan crowding themselves around me like a concrete womb. The harsh, unyielding pavement comes ever closer, and I can't help but wonder, why did I jump? Why did I choose suicide over doing the honourable thing? I guess I'll never know. Well, yes I will, because I'm going to load the autosave. Because there should be an autosave there. Yes, autosave. Here we go. We'll just kind of
Enter.
skip through.
Rabbi,
You didn't leave.
that's not it. You could. And you
tell me.
you're taking... You're going...
Okay, we'll do
And
rabbinical
what-
again.
And if I...
These...
I'll put it.
Put this...
And we'll
All
agree.
right, you
Good. Stop.
We'll just continue up until we get out onto the balcony.
Now,
And
wait. There...
Why do you want...
and here we go.
You...
Do your talking, get shot, and come on, Zelig, out
Yes,
we
sir.
go.
Now, hold...
So we'll stall
Can
him
Alright.
and climb over the edge,
Well, what...
and we will admire the view.
Just...
Yes.
Climb back over,
Having a change... Well,
and we'll grab his gun.
your bravado... Now,
And we'll try to grab his gun again. My right shoulder exploded into a fiery furnace of pain. Black dots dotted in front of my vision as I struggled to keep focused.
your capacity for pain is indeed impressive. I'm almost tempted to watch you bleed where you stand, but time is short. Now jump or die.
And we'll try to grab his gun again.
My, aren't you the brave one? I really hoped to avoid this.
I'd solved the case, but at the cost of my life. Zelig was a detestable man, but he would go on living. As for me, I can't help but wonder, what if I could go back and do that again? A man like that shouldn't be allowed to walk the streets, let alone run a synagogue. I guess I'll never know. You know, this is kind of annoying, this kind of thing. You really have to get the whole conversation leading up to it right.
Enter.
And I don't really know
Rabbi
what way to go
Stone,
about it.
That's not... You could...
I may...
And you're...
Tell me what you want.
I only... You're going to take an... Enjoy... Then you're going...
Okay, let's see. I'm going to do direct responses.
You can forget it.
Oh, really? Not even...